We have our first 4 slides done. You're doing a great job. I bet your presentation looks awesome. So to begin with our 5th slide, again, we go up to this plus sign right here and the little arrow next to it. We go down and we click on the blank slide, just like that. Before we get our information, I'm going to have you get something ready on this slide where we're going to do some writing. We're going to insert something. So right up here, click on the word insert. We're going to insert a shape. When you click on shape, or when you hold your mouse over shape here, we're going to just go straight across and go to shapes. Let me show you the shape you're going to choose. So when I zoom in on it here, it should be in this 3rd section down here, and it's this one right here. Kind of looks like a scroll. If I hold my mouse over it, it's called flowchart, punched tape. That's the one we're going to do our writing on. So all you have to do is click on it, just like that, and it will come in to your slide where you want it by dragging it. We're going to put some words on there. I'm not sure how big my words are going to be yet, so I'm just going to stick it on there just like that. We're going to go back and format that in just a minute. We're just getting it all ready for our words. On slide 5, you're going to find out how big your park is in acres, and you are going to insert a National Park Service map of your park. Now I know, let me go back on here, that you put a map on your 3rd slide. This map, however, was showing where it was in your state. This map is going to show what's inside of your national park. To do that, go to Google. When you go to Google, you're going to type in these words, NPS, that stands for National Park Service, find a map. NPS find a map, and then click return. The first thing that should pop up right here is this website, this NPS website called Find a National Park Service Map. Click on that. Here is the home page for that one. And it allows you to click on the state that your park is in. Also, if you have Alaska, Hawaii, or if you have a National Park of American Samoa or the Virgin Islands, they're all right down here underneath it. I know my park is in Colorado, so I'll click on it. You will see that it will open up in alphabetical order. So here is G for Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve. Click on your national park's name. The first thing that should come up then is a park map right here. We want to make sure that the map is a JPEG map. Right here, JPEG. So click on the word JPEG, and there is the map of your park. So to copy it, we're not going to save image as, we're just going to 2-finger click on it and go down to copy image. Just copy it. Now go back to your slideshow here, put your mouse down and paste it in. You can do Command V to paste it in, and it should happen, or you could put your 2 fingers down and go to paste. There is my map of my national park. That shows you everything that's inside of your park, the boundaries of how big it is. Now we need to find out how many acres big your park is. An acre is about 6 city blocks when we think of 1 acre. So go back to Google and type this in. The name of your national park, Great Sand Dunes National Park, and then the words size in acres. Great Sand Dunes National Park, size in acres, and press return. It should pop up right here. Now, if you copy this, if you drag your mouse over it and copy it, you may recognize that you'll get that white background when you paste it in. Instead, I'm just going to leave this up, and I'm going to remember it to type it in. 149,000 acres, that's pretty big. So I'm going to keep this up and go back to my Google Slides. And right here is where I'm going to type that information in. I'm going to say, Great Sand Dunes National Park has 149,000, don't forget your commas if it's a big number, acres. Now, just to make sure that I remember the number right, 149,000 acres. I'm going to go back and double check. Yep, it was 149,000 acres. And I put a period, so it's a sentence. Great Sand Dunes National Park has 149,000 acres. Here's where you're going to drag your mouse and you're going to change the font and the size and the color. I'm going to start by making it bold. And then I'm going to center it. That's the second one here. Center it. And then I'm going to click on the plus sign to make it bigger. I can make it so that it fills up there. And go and change my font. I think I'll go down to this one this time. And then change the color of it. That's the A right here, the color of it. I think I'll put it as blue. So you can take a look at it, changing the font, the size. You can make it fill that up. Now, once I have my font changed and the color changed and the size changed and I made mine bold, I'm going to click off of it and click onto, just click my mouse right in this area. I'm going to make this a different color background. To do that, once you've just clicked on this, you can go up to the fill and you can change the color, and that's this bucket right here, the fill color. So I think I'm going to put yellow. That's my favorite color. We'll put yellow on there. There. So I have a nice colored background and I have the words that are very big and easy to read. When I click on this, we're going to format it. Now, if it doesn't show up over here, you click here for format. And I'm going to go down to format options here, over here. And when I do that, today we're going to add a drop shadow. A drop shadow just makes it look kind of three-dimensional. So I'm going to click in the box right here. And the very second to the last one here, distance, if you drag that over, you can see that it adds a little bit more of a shadow. You can decide what kind of shadow you want. The bottom one is how blurry you want the shadow to look. You can drag it over and it kind of just gives it like a shadowy look behind there. So choose how you want that shadow to look under there. Let's go over to your map and do the same thing. Since we have the format open, click in the box, drop shadow. And you're going to go to the second to the bottom one, the distance there. Add a little distance. It doesn't need to be much because we don't want it to go off the slide. And then maybe blur it a little bit. And that kind of shows around and gives it kind of a, like it's sitting on top, giving it a shadow. Now we're not quite done yet. So we have formatted and made shadows for both of these. Click back on the white part of your slide. White, again, is a pretty boring background. I'm going to choose a background color. Now, I already did blue and yellow. When I look at my map here, I see green, maybe a tan or a green, and that color might look good for the background. So go to the word background, go to color, and choose a color. I chose a green to maybe match the kind of the mountain areas and press done. So there's what our slide 5 is going to look like. It is going to have a map of your national park here. Arrange it how you'd like it. We have the words Great Sand Dunes National Park has 149,000 acres. Both of them have drop shadows right over here. I forgot to mention too, you can change the color of your drop shadow too. If you wanted the colors to be maybe like a blue shadow instead of a dark shadow, you can change it that way. Kind of playing around with it a little bit, maybe a dark green for that one. All you have to do then is click on it here, and right over here, this little circle, is what will change it. So I might match the blue up there since I did the blue writing and give it a different background. So slide 5 has all of this information. Before you leave this slide, remember that you need to click on everything to animate it, including the background. So I might want this shape to come in first and animate it. And remember, those are those 3 dots right up here, animate. And then I might want the words to come in next, and then maybe my map last. You can decide how you'd like it. And when you're all finished animating those 3 things, don't forget to click on the slide over here and go up to transition and choose a transition that you want for your slide. You can play it and then test it out and see how you'd like it to look. And you are all finished then with slide 5.